Leadership in motorsport is not just about speed. It's about resilience, decision-making, and putting a team together. Today, we're going to put a rising star to the test and see what sort of leader he is. Now, leadership can take many forms. If you're a racing driver, you obviously have to lead, but you also have to inspire. Or if you're running a team, you have to work with teams of people and inspire them as well. So we've got all sorts of different examples here. There's me talking to Adrian Newey, of course. He inspired me, he gave me faith in the car I was driving. And then you've got my mechanics here behind me when I won the World Championship. Obviously, I had a lot of faith in them. You've got the team principals who have to inspire the whole team, the driver as well. So there's all sorts of manifestations of leadership. It's a very complicated world. There's different ways to do it. And we're going to find out exactly what kind of leadership qualities our driver, Sasha, has got. How you doing? Good?
Yeah, everything's good.
Just come from racing?
Yeah, I just finished the Formula Middle East Championship.
Well, you're in the early stages of your career, so obviously there's still loads to learn, and team leaders understand that you need to get the best out of people and encourage them. You've got examples of other situations like in endurance racing. We have the Porsche team of Derek Bell and Pedro Rodriguez and Jackie Ickx as well, who work together as a team of drivers, actually, to get the best results out of their cars. And also someone like Jackie Ickx, obviously a very inspiring driver in and of himself, because he qualified an F2 car at the Nürburgring 40 seconds ahead of everyone else behind him in the Formula 1 race. So that sort of inspiring performance can help to lift the team as well. So leadership qualities are very important, and it's important for us to find out where you're going and what you have to offer and how you understand that aspect of being a racing driver. Is there anyone that you look up to that has the leadership qualities that you aspire to have yourself?
James Vowles is a really good example of that, and how he has transformed the way Williams have been working in the past couple of years, working with me as well. I think that has really helped me as a driver in my transition from karting to cars.
When I was racing, there was a much harder-nosed, I would say, approach to leadership, which was basically you sink or swim. You know, you had to have a lot of internal resilience, but now I can see that there's a big change, and that teams are understanding that you have to find out what motivates that individual, and everyone's slightly different, but you do need to give some encouragement, and you need to grow people, I think, and then you find out what their ultimate potential is. But we're going to find out what sort of leadership qualities you have right now or aspire to, and we're going to ask you some questions. So are you ready for that?
Yes, I'm ready.
So now we've got a bit of a challenge for you, Sasha. This is called Lessons in Leadership. We're going to ask you some questions, difficult questions, and you're going to pick an answer. You're building a race team from scratch. How would you assemble a strong leadership core?
In my opinion, long-term success is what is important for a race team. So I think to build a structure and to follow it is what's going to get the most success.
Competitive? Is that important?
I think, yeah, of course. To get the most out of your team is better so the team knows exactly what they're doing and they're fully motivated.
You're in a tight battle for the championship. How do you handle this and keep the team focused?
Like strategy and everything and tactic is super important, but I think you have to show your opponent you're the strongest one.
Your team makes a mistake during the race, costing you valuable time. What is your reaction to this?
The mistakes has already been made, you can't really change it, so just adjust the strategy accordingly. You can talk about the mistake after. You can't go on about it on the radio, you'll just lose focus.
Yeah, I mean, getting involved in an argument during a race is not very helpful. You've got nothing to do anyway, so you have to kind of readapt. There was a situation I had in a championship when I stopped in the wrong place, and it transpired that I lost time because I didn't stop in the right place, and I had to explain to them, well, I can't see where I'm supposed to stop. So I had to talk through with the team what we could do to make sure that doesn't happen again. We fix that problem. A member of your team is struggling. How would you help them through this? This sounds to me like it's as if you were a team principal, really, rather than a driver, but it can be a driver as well.
Motivation is important, because if they're struggling, to make them more motivated is going to be important. But I think also to know exactly what they need to work on is important for them as well.
How do you define success? Good question.
If you plan everything well and execute and maximize everything that you had, that's the definition of success.
So you're a perfectionist then? You want a perfect result?
Yes.
Okay, all right, well that's probably a good thing. The team offer a risky but potentially groundbreaking new technology for your car. What do you suggest to the team?
I think in the scenario of if there's a chance to gain a big chunk of the lap time through innovation, I think it's big. You have to take it. If there is a chance, like you can obviously make a small change on the car and might give you a little bit of an advantage. But if there is something that can really help you out a lot, for me, you have to try it.
So you embrace the challenge, go for it, and nothing ventured, nothing gained. Well, what we'll do is we'll look at those answers and then we'll analyse what it says about you and your leadership qualities and skills.
All right,
so,
yeah,
let's
do it.
Well, we've put Sasha to the test and now we have a leadership profile of Sasha. Would you like to know who you are,
Yeah, of
Sasha?
course.
Okay, well, I'm going to read out to you. You're mostly a strategic mastermind. That's mostly part of your way of seeing things and responding. You're a visionary leader, always thinking multiple steps ahead, and data, strategy, and execution define your success. Would you say that?
Yeah, for sure.
fits?
I think whenever I'm working with a team, I think that's what leads to success.
Maybe a bit of James Vowles rubbing off on you there already.
Yeah, for sure. If it was you, Damon, how would you apply these leadership qualities?
As a driver, you have to show confidence and you have to be confident anyway to compete. So that should go together. But also, when you walk into the garage, you have an effect on everyone around you. So getting to know everyone is important. The strategic thinking and all that stuff is really more something you need to know before you go into a race. What sort of plan you have. That was something I was very proud of myself. I like to understand the car, understand the race and so forth. So there's a whole lot of work being a Grand Prix driver, but it's easy to forget that you are affecting the people around you. You're learning already, which is really good, to understand the value of these leadership qualities. I'm very keen to see how your career is going to pan out in the future.
Really good advice. Thank you very much.
Very good luck.